Hello, ladies and gents, I am Gabriel the Gamer, and today, I am back playing some more Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, before I get into this, I want to say thank you guys for the support that you have been giving my channel recently. I checked a little while ago, and I noticed that my channel actually had 777 views on it. With that, I gave myself a bit of a chuckle, and I also thought to myself, that's a lot of views, and I have you guys to thank for getting me this far. So, yeah, and again, thanks for the support on the Gmod video and all my videos in general. So, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys for showing me your support, and yeah, I got nothing left. Let's just get straight into this.
Gabriel, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me.
I'm not hiding anything.
But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before.
I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so...
No way. Not even Natsuki?
Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something, but I don't think that's it.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure, such as smacking your head on a bookshelf. Even the little things.
Like cooking?
Let's not talk about that. Is that referencing the one time when she almost burnt her house down? I'm assuming yes. So, yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. A bond. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time.
I don't know if I understand.
You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head.
Hey, I'm not a kid, you know.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe.
Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands.
Hey, Gabriel. Will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it.
Why?
Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me.
Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home.
Really?
Snap. Wait, snap? What, did you break her ankle this time?
I broke my pencil.
Oh. No bones, just lumber. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the pencil she dropped. But, being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. At least it wasn't her head this time.
Sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking.
I'm a little clumsy today.
Clearly. Let's sit down, Sayori.
Yeah.
I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at her desk. Good God, what? She's not disabled. She can still walk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem.
Oh. Sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours.
Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. A pop off my scalp, like the lid of a cookie jar. Ugh, that's a little gruesome. I like it. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle and keep it safe. and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. In bottles, all in a row. Is there a bottle of Juggernog there? Or Quick Revive? Too? My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in they come, my friends. They come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them off the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Is no one catching those bottles? Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo. Inside my head. Huh. So these little bottles contain happy memories, and is she, like, forgetting them as she's trying to share them with her friends? Huh. Not sure if this is referencing Sayori or somebody else. Oh well. Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. I like it.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. Maybe I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
Magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yay! Writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Again, Sayori, do not make promises that you cannot keep. And don't get ahead of yourself either. Sayori always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it, in no more than a week later. Oh boy, I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. I probably butchered that as well. My grammar is not the best. It's never on point.
Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either. Huh? Phew? What?
Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling that you're probably the most critical.
Hey! What makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well, keep practicing, and maybe you'll be as good as me someday.
That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point.
Come to think of it, kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday.
You think so?
Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type.
Sayori has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know. But honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you?
Good question. How can someone so sweet and carefree stick with someone that's so evil?
It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
Exactly. A dead, decaying, spider-infested, web-coated weight. That's a little unnecessary. Actually, no, she didn't say enough. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here.
Amy likes does she now? Does she like spiders? You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Ickly, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. They're not that ugly when you get used to them. That's why I'm not friend. Wow. Wow, just because she's a fan of spiders? Wow. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up, and took me to the nurse. Sally Smithson? I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. If you think her hands are gross, you should take a look at my hands. Take a look at my body. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's great! And that's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Okay. If the world is better off without spider lovers, then where would I be? I wouldn't exist. I frickin' adore spiders. I find them fascinating. This is like just such a frickin' like hypocritical thing of this person. Like not liking a person for just for one reason, and then all these other reasons they're a very kind person. The hell? It's like a jackass move over here.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I had to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogs, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Which it is. Do you know people like that?
Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure.
Like killing? Which is mine.
Something that you're afraid of if people find out. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid.
Stupid is spelled S-T-O-O-P-I-D. That's, at least I think that's what that album was called. If you know what I'm talking about, tell me in the comments below, because I'd like to know that people know what that album is. And if you don't, go to Google and search up Hey Stupid.
Who cares what someone likes? As long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure that a lot of other people can too.
It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it.
Next, Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Gabriel.
Your skills are really improving.
Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot.
It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire our fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry too much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise.
I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing.
I have, well, an example of that, if you'd like to read it.
Of course. Is this the poem that you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Then why'd you do it? Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The exciting, I think that's exciting. Beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon, oh god, I can't read script, I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna say emanate. The moon emanates its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. Like lunar light. Okay, so that's just what it is. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread. Fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently. So, my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Parlovan, I'm not exactly sure what that is. Conditioning. I slice the bread and feed myself again. That raccoon is just gonna keep coming back and more, the little greedy son of a biatch.
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah. If I take it at fact value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself.
And Natsuki just wrote something about that. With the Amy likes spiders thing.
So, I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Huh. That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? Exactly! Someone about being ridiculed for a strange interest. Like liking spiders? Or feeding a raccoon?
She did?
Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody.
She's right. I mean, it doesn't really, or she doesn't really feel that way.
Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common.
Well, that's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that.
Don't worry, I have no reason to.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself.
I actually... I have that same problem too, but it's not nearly as bad as Yuri's. Instead of like trying to just like conceal my differences with everyone, what I do is I'm just out there. I don't care what people judge me. Let them judge. Let them be complete assholes about it. I don't give a damn.
I might be ranting a little bit now.
I was ranting.
But I'm glad that you're a good listener.
And the last one, Monica.
Hi again, Gabriel. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
Alright. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. And you two are like the dynamic duo.
That's kind of exaggerating it.
Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy.
I'm not shy, it's just...
I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I?
No, it's not like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that.
Don't worry. I get what you're saying.
Well, alright. But anyway, do you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look. Save me. That sounds like something the puppet would say. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. That sounds like the beginning of an epileptic seizure right there. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine? I think that's what that means. How I pronounce that. Consign tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. What the hell? Load me. What? There's literally like a giant space of just... yeah. Sheets of paper are not this long. Won't stop. Beautiful colors. Yada yada yada. Huh. I don't know what to take from this. This is like someone's like disability that's like forcing them to live a life that they don't want to live. I don't know. I can't tell. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing that I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper.
Clearly.
Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem.
It really did. It really did change that, like that giant pause.
It's almost like magic.
Again, magic.
the way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So, putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game.
Clever. I see what they did there. They made it seem like Monica broke the fourth wall. That's clever.
You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing?
Monica. Yes, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite their poems too. Monica,
Okay, sorry.
Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring posters, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys!
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. I remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for people to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, and the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about.
Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun.
That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you in here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. the least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Ha! No ammunition in your firearm, I see. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over with it. Get it over with. Yeah, alright.
Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice.
That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri.
This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
If you think you're going to be the death... If you think you're going to... Yuri, if you think that this club's going to be the death of you, you don't know what you're dealing with. I'm used to the blood. I'm used to gore. I'm used to blowing people into smithereens.
Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But, anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Monica, this is too sudden.
Well,
Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
can I go next?
Of course. Now, let's see.
Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life, like that one infamous cartoon character that did not do well on my channel. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? A natural. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. And finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica.
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next.
Wow. Yuri is fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium.
This poem is called...
Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri.
It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye.
Man, that's like spiritual and metaphorical and whatnot. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality, and there goes gravity. Mom spaghetti. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that was bad. And glances around her, as if she bewildered herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay. I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one is called My Meadow.
Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori?
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, sorry I yawned, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Hey, that rhymed. Sayori finishes, and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even Gabriel liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem really fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone.
Then, next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know?
Okay.
Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Gabriel. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. I might as well let Gabriel lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Damn.
Natsuki.
It's fine. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident with my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Maybe.
Alrighty then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Might as well jump. Doot, doot, doot. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her soul attitude disappears a little. Okay. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people.
Like, whatever face. That seems like something Leatherface would say. If he wasn't a retard, that is.
But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have
you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Maybe make sure that you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but we must try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this.
Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep. Look at you two. Always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Gabriel. You don't have to say it.
Whatever. Let's just go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to...
Sarah fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, walk home with Yuri, or still walk home with Sayori? Well, Yuri is a horror fanatic. She does like the macabre, dark stuff, from what I'm seeing. Complicated in her words. And yet, according to Sayori, I know her the best. I'll stay in the same waters for a little while longer. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri?
But... she's so beautiful and smart.
Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You're so silly, Gabriel. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so...
Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time? Only God knows. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna try and get everybody evenly, but I can't exactly do that. I'm gonna have to split up between two people. How about... oh, that's Sayori. Cheer. Oh, that's Sayori again. Okay, that's Natsuki. Okay, so now we gotta get two for Yuri. Uncontrollable and existence. Yuri is probably like the easiest one for me. How about Marshmallow? That's Natsuki. Okay. Awesome. Okay. And now disarray. We're gonna go with poof. How about vertigo? And we need one for Sayori. How about I don't know. Waterfall? Nope. Okay, so we gotta get 2 for Sayori and 1 for Yuri. So how about Joy? Alright. So 1 more for Sayori. Giggle? Ah, crap. Okay, so now we need 2 for Yuri and Sayori. How about shiny. Damn it. Time. Okay, so 3 more for Sayori. Music. Okay. I wish there was like a meter that showed you like how much, like which words were like corresponding to the characters. Sunny. Okay. Skirt. Okay, so that now we gotta get 3 for Yuri. Determination. Oh crap. Oh, I wasn't keeping track of the words. Okay.
Oh man, I'm the last one here again.
Don't worry, I just walked in too.
You were practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination.
I just chose that word. What the hell?
Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too.
I can't wait for the festival. It's going to be great.
Weren't you complaining about it just the other day, Natsuki?
Well, yeah. But I'm not talking about our part of the festival. It's like a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food.
You sound a little bit like Sayori all of a sudden.
Monica, do they usually have fried squid?
Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to.
Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid?
I like fried calamari.
You of all people?
I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by all of you people?
Because it's right in your name. Monica.
The hell?
That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay?
Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway.
Excuse me.
Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again.
Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else.
Is everything alright?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things.
Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see?
Sayori shows me a big smile. I've seen smiles bigger than that. Smiles that can never be erased from my brain. Smiles that are permanently embedded into the facial features of another living human.
Okay. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone.
Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. I'm yawning again. Sorry about that. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk.
Gabriel, what's up?
Hey, this might sound a little strange, but, have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently?
Anything up with her? In what way do you mean?
Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit, downcast today.
You think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her.
Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk.
Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the only one asking you, Gabriel. You certainly know her a lot better than I do.
Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask you if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now.
No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself.
Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone.
Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest.
Person of interest? What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Gabriel.
Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion?
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anyone else, you know? She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her.
What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it has always been.
You're so funny, Gabriel. Have you ever thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now.
Alright. I don't know what happened. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but it's impossible to do that when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Too much. Now it feels like I'm the only one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica.
Okay, everyone.
After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room.
Why don't we share our poems now?
Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Okay. My throat is sore, and I don't know why. Actually, oh man, I do know why. It's because these voices are gonna rip out my esophagus. That's why. Anyways, ladies and gents, I hope you have enjoyed the video, and if you have, feel free to give it a like, possibly share it with a friend if you are so inclined. It helps me out a ton. And also, if you wish, you may also subscribe to the channel to see more content like this, and hit the bell beside subscribe if you are so inclined as well. You will be notified of any time I post videos to the channel. And also, if you have any other suggestions for video games that preferably aren't visual novels like this, comment them down below, and I will read them and probably play them in the future. Thanks again, guys, for the 777 views on my channel right now. Thanks again for the 30 subscribers. And as always, ladies and gents, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.